Hello, you guys. I am super excited because we have Analeah here with us. And just give me a second. We're just going to make sure that we're live here on Instagram as well. We are. Okay. So fingers crossed. I did that all right. Analeah, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about yourself? I'm really excited because we're going to be crafting a fun card today.
Yeah. So hi everybody. I'm Analeah. Friends and family.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I lost your sound. Go ahead.
Okay. And I've been cutting and crafting and doing all kinds of crafts for years, and just started my design business last year. And I'm super excited to be crafting with you all today.
I know, this is so cute. So I'm going to pull, we do have some camera issues. We've got nice tight close up, which is good because you guys are going to see more of what we're doing. But do you want to tell them about the project we're working on today?
This, I think I can fix it a little. There we go.
Oh, that's
awesome. This is a nice rainbow roller skate card that I designed. And I'm obsessed with roller skating right now because I've been taking lessons. So I have a lot of roller skating themed stuff. And this one was a lot of fun to design.
And like roller skating, not rollerblading. Like, so tell me about that. Why the choice of roller skating?
Well, I'm terrible at balancing. So I thought having the four wheels would be easier. But it is a little bit harder in some ways. And also quad roller skating is really like having like a hot moment. So that also makes it fun.
That's awesome. Okay, so are your roller skates as cute as your card? Because my roller skates, especially the ones like we borrowed growing up, were like quite ugly.
Yeah. So the ones I have now are just black suede. And then I have purple wheels and bearings and laces on them. So they get a little bit of color. But my mom just found a picture of me skating when I was a kid. And I had these like white skates with like a blonde lady on them, which I think is maybe a Barbie. It's hard to tell. They're not pink, so it doesn't really scream Barbie, right?
So funny. That is really, really funny. Well, do you want to tell everyone what they need in order to make this card?
Yeah. So to put the card together, we have 7 different colors of paper. And then I've got some of those fun tweezers. If you know, you know. We've been talking about this. I've got a bone folder. I have some pop dots for the wheels and some Fairly Art craft glue. And the colors that we're going to assemble for the skate today is totally different and gives it like more of a little 70s vibe, this little 80s. So you'll be able to see once we get that assembled, like how easy it is to completely change the look of the card.
Yeah, I love that so much. So tell me this, where can they find this actual file if they're looking to actually cut this with you?
So this is available in both my Etsy shop and the Silhouette Design store. And so my Etsy shop is Analeah Marie Designs. And in the Silhouette Design store, you can find this by searching for Rainbow Heel Roller Skate. And then also, I believe the links are in the video description.
Yeah, awesome. So you guys can go check it out there, which will be so awesome. So you're cutting it out on a Silhouette machine or some other kind of die cutting machine because it's an SVG file. And it doesn't look like it's that much paper, actually.
It's really not, and it's kind of small. So you can see it's like about the size of my hand because you have to be able to fit the width of the card opening. And if you cut it on a diagonal on some 12 by 12 paper, you could scale it up a tiny bit. There's still a little room that direction.
Yeah, I love it. So good. All right, show us how to make it.
All right. So I'm going to move this out of the way. This is fun now that we're having technical issues. You can't see all the colors. So it'll be
so
a surprise as I
the camera was a little bit down, so now we've got this closer view, which I don't mind. It's actually really cool, but it is going to be a surprise every time you pull out a color.
Yeah. So I have the card base here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is just fold it on the score lines and make sure that it lines up. And then we're going to use our bone folder to flatten that score. And getting a good flat score is what's going to make sure that everything lines up really well when the card is closed.
I love every bit. I've been seeing everyone with their bone folders, and I'm like, I don't know where mine is right now. And I'm like, oh, that makes me want my bone folder.
Yeah, I bought a 3-pack, so I don't know that I could lose all 3 of them, but I can try. So I'm going to start by gluing the trucks onto the base. So this is our support for our wheels and our brakes here.
And are you using the Barely glue that everybody's been loving so much?
I honestly love glue because I have like shaky hands, and it lets me have like a little bit of grace when I'm putting things together.
Yeah, I love it. And this, like, it looks like it perfectly fits. You know, sometimes some products, like when you're doing a die cut, you're kind of fitting it within an area, but this looks like it perfectly fits over this bottom area. Is that right, Annalie?
Yeah, it should fit perfectly over those wheels and on your brake so that it just, let's see, there, I bumped it a little. But
You guys remember going into the scrapbooking store and you would just like literally, I'm just gonna move Emily on so you can hold it up if you want to show everyone like kind of like how big it is compared to you. Yeah. So back in the day when we go to the scrapbooking store and we get like a Sizzix machine or one of those others and it would like cut everything out for you so you had perfect cuts for everything. I just love that we have that with our die cutting machines now. That looks really good.
it makes everything so easy. And then we have the sole for the skate boot, and that fits also like just perfectly right there. And that's how we're going to line up the boot, because this base of the card is actually going to give us the tongue of the skate.
Yeah, so good. So while you're gluing that together, do you want to talk a little bit about designing? So you've been in my Design Suite program for over a year now, and you've been doing a lot of design work. Do you want to talk a little bit about like what do you like to design the most?
Yeah, I think I like to design cards the most, but they, take time. I've been working on trying to do some more 3D and pop-up stuff. And I have honestly a lot of things that are 90% there, but just need a little more test cutting. And so it just takes a little more time. And so I'm trying to balance that with things that are faster and easier to design.
Yeah, it is. It is such a balance, isn't it? Like stuff that's super intricate, that's really, really cool versus like quick and easy getting those things into our store. Super cute.
Set that aside. And I'm going to pull in the piece for the boot and then our little overlayer.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving these colors. You were right. This is totally 70s.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the Encore paper from 12 by 12 cardstock shop. And I love it. Like, I'm not a huge fan of textured paper usually, but this cuts so easily, and the colors that they have, such an incredible selection. It like only way to get the colors that I wanted for this design.
Oh, I love that so much. I know I'm kind of in love with the Encore stuff as well. And I've been giving you guys the wrong code this whole time. We just figured that out last week. We're like, what? Why is it not working for it? Everyone's like, it's not working. It's actually Carina 10, not Carina 15. So Carina 10, and it'll get you 10% off of the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. But like my whole team is using it. I feel like everyone in Design Suite's using it right now. We just all are really loving it. I like the colors. I'm a big fan of texture over smooth, but I don't know that everyone's like that. And I really like their glitter papers as well.
Their glitter papers are so fun, and the one, that doesn't shed, their wow paper is so awesome. I'm a no glitter in the house person, so having glitter paper that doesn't shed lets me use glitter and not break the rules.
Yeah, this looks so good.
So now we're gonna glue the little pieces
So
for
the
the swirl.
background is just like a peekaboo, and it's creating that first rainbow stripe, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. So cute. Tell me about the 70s vibe you're doing. Do you like 70s or 80s better? Really, that's the real question.
I love 80s, truly, but I have to say that, like, there's a lot of fun 70s color combinations, and I was inspired to do something a little bit different, and I've been thinking about fall and designing for the holidays, and I thought kind of like a more fall 70s color scheme would look really nice.
Yeah, I love that. I've never really thought of the 70s as a fall color scheme, but it kind of is, isn't it?
Right, and so much brown and orange and, like, a gold mustardy color.
Just fascinating that someone was like, I have it. In the 70s, we're all going to be really into orange, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
like, orange? Really? Her?
why orange? So it's just kind of funny.
That's very, very funny because it's, like, not typically a popular color.
It isn't. I do like orange, but like in in uh in scarcity. Like say it either way. Like a little bit of orange goes a very long way. Oh,
I
that's so cute. The colors are so good.
I love it, and it just changes the look so much. It's amazing how changing a little bit of, like, the paper color can make one design look completely different and let you use it over and over again with, like, a completely different vibe.
Yeah, so true and super duper cute. So here's my question for you. Like, have you had anyone tell you like this would be a great card to, you do it in a 70s vibe and you do some kind of fun 70s quote inside of it for someone? Like a grandma or a grandpa or I don't know. Like it seems like a
Yeah,
great birthday card.
yeah, and, like, roller rinks are the best place to have birthdays, right? Like, that's a thing. So, it seems like you could have, like, a whole line. I would love to design some whole birthday stuff that fits into this whole line. That'd be a lot
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
love that. Such a good idea. My daughter just graduated for her senior year and they did their after party that went from like 11 p.m. to like 2 in the morning. They did it at Classic Skating, which is like a big roller skating center here in Utah. And I just think they had the best time ever.
It's really fun, and it's one of those things that, like, we grew up doing that can be really unsafe, that is still something that people are allowed to do.
I love that you just said it's a little unsafe because it actually kind of is when you really think about it.
I mean, especially at a rink because they don't usually require safety gear, and if you don't know how to skate or how to fall, you could hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you could really, like, club your head. And
Yeah.
so where I take lessons, we have to wear safety gear, and the very first thing they did was teach us how to fall. And now when we're skating at, like, open skates, and I see somebody who's scaring me, I will go over to them and be like, "If you're gonna fall, bend your knees, put your hands on your knees, and you will not you can't fall if you're like that."
That's
So
so
lots of
interesting.
people fall backwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say fall backwards or just fall on your knees, fall forward and hit your knees. That's
Yeah,
typically how I fall.
so but it's a lot of fun.
Super cute. Okay, so what are you doing next?
So, I was just trying to decide if I wanted to also pop dot the break on this one, which I think I do. So I'm gonna set that aside and pick up my laces, which fit right here.
Oh, so cute. That's a
And I'm gonna
tiny cut. Will you hold that up to the camera so everyone can see it? That's a pretty tiny cut, but that looks like it cut pretty well.
yeah, that's like a dream,
Mhm.
especially because I put a brand new blade in when I cut this. I'm guilty of trying to use dull blades all the time, and then I get mad, and then I change the blade and everything's fine.
So you said you have a whole bunch of cards in your shop. What other kind of cards do you have other than skating cards?
I have a couple potion shaker card designs. There's a luck potion and a love potion. I've got a pop-up pizza card, a couple of pop-up cottage cards, one that's spring themed and one that's more love theme with hearts. And stay tuned because we're gonna have some Halloween, fall, and Christmas themed ones coming soon. Um, and I really think like the pop-up cottage ones are my favorite because they're so easy to do, but it like has such a wow factor.
Mhm. I love it. I do love pop-up cards in general. So are you going to do dot pots on the dot? Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Pop dots on the wheels too, or are you just going to glue them down?
I'm gonna do the wheels too.
Okay. So that whole like layer at the bottom will kind of stick out a little bit.
Yeah.
What size, do you know what size this is? Like, will it fit in a regular envelope or do you need like an 8x5?
Um, it will fit in a regular envelope. It's a little
Okay.
small, so it should.
It should be just fine. We have the standard size at our house these days is 5x7. So we have like a whole bunch of 5x7 envelopes sitting around. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, I have a big box of envelopes. It's hard sometimes to make envelopes on a die cutting machine because you're limited to the size of the paper. And
Mhm.
so making thicker envelopes for like shaker cards can sometimes be a challenge to get those designs to fit.
Yeah. I'm just looking in the chat. Hello, hello. Hi, Asia. Hi, Judy. It's fun to see you guys here. If anybody has any questions for Leah, like anything that you want to ask her, feel free to post it in the chat. Those of you on Instagram, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop it into the chat. We are just making, if you're just tuning in, we're just making this really cute roller skating card that's available in Analeah's Silhouette shop and in her Etsy shop. If you're looking for that, the links are in the description in our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Carina Gardner. You can see like we've had several people come on to show their designs. We won't have anyone coming on in August because we have our Design Suite Maker Conference coming up in September. So we'll have 3 days of just amazing presentations and different projects. If you are looking forward to something like that, that will be popping up really soon. We have a lot of lives going on YouTube for that. So that will be pretty darn fun. During the month of August, I am doing a lot of lives though that are just me. We're going to do bad crafting videos. So what you're seeing right now is a great crafting video, like a cute thing that you're going to want to make. I'm going to do bad crafting videos that you are not going to want to make, but I hope that you very much enjoy what I decide to craft with them. So stay tuned. They're pretty bad. So kind of like the nailed it for the cake stuff, but for crafting.
I definitely have some projects that have gone that way.
So
the last piece here is just an insert. So you can write into the card. And so I'm just going to flip that over and glue that in.
Super cute. Do you always use the Barely, or do you use hot glue once in a while?
I always use Barely, but hot glue I would use if I was assembling like maybe a banner or something and I was gluing it down to the string.
Yeah.
But again, I don't trust myself fully to line things up. So having that.
It gives you just a little wiggle room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the nice thing about that glue. So beautiful. I do love how those things line up so nice. You write a cute message in there. Asia's asking, what's been your favorite thing to design? I think you kind of said like those cottage ones are your favorite.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it to our 2 overhead view. Let's see. I'm going to move you to the top. Do you just want to show everybody? Hold it up. Oh my gosh. So cute. Do you want to hold up the other one so they can see? Are you an 80s or are you a 70s? Oh, so incredibly cute. I love it so much. I know. It's so, so cute. So cute. I love this design. And I remember seeing it not that long ago when we kind of had a chat about it. Analeah came to our design business conference, and that was really fun to see her. And you have to tell everyone about your mother-in-law too, because this like cracks me up that you are so close to your mother-in-law, Julie, who came with you to the design business conference. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So she's the one who, like I saw a silhouette machine with the first time I was visiting, and then she was showing me all the stuff that she does and like how she makes t-shirts with it and things like that. And she literally has like silhouette machines, a laser cutter, sublimation printer. She really started with embroidery. And so we just like bond over crafting. And I was like, Julie, you really need to come to this business conference.
It's so fun. I think it's so fun that you have a mother-in-law that does that with you. It's like kind of the coolest thing. Do you know that? I'm like not sure if you know it because this is the only experience you've had with an in-law, probably.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's great. We do all kinds of crafting together. We're both into crochet. And then of course you know, always have fantasy books to tell like, oh, read this, read this. So it's really nice. We're very lucky.
I love it. So good. You guys, if you love Analeah's designs and you love these cards, you want to hold them up again so that everybody can take a peek of them. If you like this work, you can find her work in the Silhouette store. You can also find it in her Etsy shop. Do you just want to go over those links again so that people can come find you?
Yes. So on Etsy, you can find me under Analeah Marie Designs. You can also find me on the Silhouette store by searching for Analeah Marie Designs. Or if you think you can spell it, you can type AnaleahMarieDesigns.com, and that will take you to my website, which has links to all my shops as well.
Hey, you do need to spell it for everybody because like it is kind of surprising the way she's got it spelled. So spell it so that everyone can hear it.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to spell my website for you. Let's make sure I get it right. It's ANALEHMARIEDES. Wait. Yep.
IGS.
IGS.
Yeah, I was following you because I think the hardest part about your name is there's not a double N in the beginning.
Yes.
And then there's an H at the end. So it's ANA and then LEAH, Analeah, and then Marie Designs, which I think you guys can get that part. But I think Analeah, like I immediately in my head think ANNA, and then you're not sure, how Leah is possibly spelled. So if you guys want to go check that out. Yes, Steph just said, so well done, Leah. One of my favorite designs of yours. Julie is awesome too. Yes, thank you, Steph. Just put it directly in the chat for us. And then I do believe the links are in the description. So good. Yes, you got it right, Steph. So good. Everybody, I hope you guys are having such a good day. I hope that you enjoyed this. I love great craft projects and I like well-designed craft projects. And one of the reasons we had Analeah come on is because this roller skate is so clean. And, really creating nice, clean designs, it just doesn't happen all the time. So we're really excited about showing you this because it's so clean and so beautiful. Go check out her designs and the other things she's doing. She's only been designing for a little over a year. Is that the case, Santa? Like, where are we at? It's been a little over a year.
Yeah. So I started Design Suite in March of 2024.
Okay, year and a half. Like we're kind of almost there yet. And she's been doing such a phenomenal job. Before you started Design Suite, did you know any Adobe Illustrator or any Adobe Photoshop before you started?
I did. So I feel like that was a little bit of an advantage because I was able to really dive right into learning the unique aspects of designing for SVGs. And that I learned more incredible software tricks along the way because I was using the Adobe software in a way that I wasn't really using it before, since it is different.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's so good. I do think it's interesting because we do get a number of people who know the software already, but that's not, even though we teach it, it's not really the focus of our teaching. It's more, how do we use it to create products and how do we use it to build a business, which are the different aspects of it. I know that you've grown your business quite a bit in the last, I would say even 6 or 7 months, and kind of like where you're pushing it along, which is pretty incredible. I've been really impressed.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to head out today. So fun to have you guys. Go check out my description so you can see where you can find more of Analeah's designs. If you want to hold it up one last time, you guys, if you want to check out these cards, I just love that you can get these different colors and they're so incredibly cute. All right, guys, we'll see you guys very, very soon. Everybody have such an amazing day. Bye.
Bye.